Hey there, it's Maria back with another video. It's 4:21 p.m. It is Friday afternoon, the 23rd. Some of you guys are going to be getting off from work pretty soon. I hope you guys enjoy your evening tonight and then look forward to the weekend so you can just relax and, hang loose a little bit. So anyway, this afternoon my son came home. He wanted me to look up some of his tax information that I filed last year. And I did, I know I sent it to him in email, but, things get buried, so I had looked at it again and I resent it to him. And as I was looking through my old emails that I sent, I found out that I got some new emails. So I went ahead and looked at the first few of them, and I know that I got one from Indeed.com. And I decided to unsubscribe, making sure that I don't get anything else from Indeed.com in my email, mainly because, I get a lot of targeting type stuff going on in there. There was this one job for a content creator for a fellowship, a special fellowship. Apparently, it had something to do with monks or whatever. Now, obviously, I talked about being correctly matched for your job. That would not be a good match for me. Not to say that I have anything against monks, because I don't, okay? But obviously, that is, that environment, talking about that sort of stuff, trying to find something to say about it, something that I'm not passionate about or even really that familiar about, really doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So, at this point, I chose to, I've been wanting to unsubscribe to Indeed.com in the first place, mainly because I do look at it as a big issue when it comes to trafficking. They don't seem to filter out their jobs or have the ability to do so or know how to do so, or they don't. I don't know what the issue is with Indeed.com, but I don't want to have anything to do with going back to the workplace. As everyone knows, I have been focusing on getting my Patreon account um, situated, and this is what I choose to do. I do not have any other options. Thank you to the people on the top of the pyramid because of what they have caused. So I basically am doing what I need to do in order to get back on my feet, which I should have the right to do so, seeing as how I'm not, at fault at any of this. I think it's really important for me to communicate this message because I got this message and it's really important that I convey it. And I'm the kind of person, I try to spare feelings as much as I possibly can, mainly because, you know, um, I care about other people. I do. I mean, people think that I don't, but I do. Like I was talking earlier about the human trafficking issue. There's so many people who are struggling trying to raise their kids, and they're into this program where it's not going to work for them, right? But I do understand that the more I think about this issue, and God knows I hate thinking about it, I do understand the people that were involved in. I'm specifically referring to some sort of argument between Pyramid Boy and his wife or whatever. I don't know you two personally. Mainly, I will say I am not comfortable with Mr. Pyramid Boy, mainly because I know that he likes to inflict pain on people and think that it's okay to try to modify people's behavior. That's not what goes on in the rest of society. I understand you're very rigid. That's fine. You can be that way. But you're not going to sit here and force me to live a life that I don't want. You've done that for 50, or at least your ancestors have done that for 53 years. Okay. Now, I have done nothing to anyone to deserve this sort of treatment in any way, shape, or form. I have minded my own business. I think I've been a really good citizen and put up with a lot of crap that I shouldn't have had to. I don't like you. I will never like you. I would appreciate it if you would exit out of my life. I am not a fan of yours at all, okay? At all. And I'm being very upfront about this, okay? I am being very upfront about this. When I understand what went on behind the scenes of all this, there's no way in the world I could possibly even tolerate you, okay? I don't want to, I see sometimes pictures of you as I go into, like, the store and I see like a tabloid or something, and there's your picture or something. I seriously look away. I do not think that you're somebody who's worth my time. Okay. So anyway, I do think that's important for me to say. Also, what else do I want to say? I have not checked my Patreon account, and I do know that what's going on with it has something to do with, the sluggish things and the connection that I am with these people. I haven't checked to see if their deadline has been actually met, and I'm hoping that it is. I really don't need to have any more forms of trauma. I'm not checking it today, but I just feel as though what makes me not like this particular person or anybody else who could do something this low, okay, is the fact that you lack empathy. And then you're concerned about your reputation and you at the expense of other people. That is something I will never respect. Never. Okay. I've been like a target of something that I didn't even deserve. I didn't even understand what was going on. You know what I mean? And you have your little ways about you, and you can be that way. But there's no way in hell that I would want to live anyway like that. And you're accustomed to that. That's fine. Okay. But I don't try to suck me into something that I have no interest in being a part of. Literally no interest whatsoever. There are some people who make a conscious decision to be associated with people like yourself. Okay, they literally do. Whether that be in terms of marrying within that kind of group, or just want to hang out and be around people like that. I would never make that attempt. Okay, I'm not doing to be disrespectful. I'm just letting you know I'm not somebody who is flattered or is happy about people being in my life that I would not want. Yeah, in fact, I think it's quite disturbing, to be honest with you. And I'm sure you've probably never encountered somebody who could actually address you in this manner. But like I said, sometimes you can push people to the point where, they've reached boiling point, and I have pretty much reached boiling point, and I don't really care who you are. But anyway, what else did I want to say in this video for the people who do support me? And I do want to say I do appreciate all the people who do support me. Um, it has been like literally, it's been hell. Okay, it has been hell dealing with this sort of thing. And I know that I'm not the only person who deals with targeting. Some people have it even worse, which I can't even imagine. But some people get physically beaten and stuff, and they're having a hard time being able to move on because they are stuck in a trafficking system. And this is the issue. Now, I know that people didn't take me very seriously when I started talking about this at the beginning of this particular channel. They probably could not quite picture or imagine the sort of scenarios that go on when a person is dealing with human trafficking. But this is the issue. The issue is that they cannot protect themselves from any form of abuse. Okay, meaning like if you were at a point where you were made homeless and you tried to go get a bed or a cot or something like at a homeless shelter, everybody has been told to treat you like shit from the get-go. Okay, because you're trafficked by people that literally make your skin crawl. How does that make you feel? Now I think people understand it a little bit more, and some people are starting to realize, hey, I'm trafficked too, because they're starting to look back at their life and think, oh, this got messed up and this got messed up, and it's not a coincidence, okay, that your life is being screwed up when people have the control that they have, whether that be somebody's controlling you, maybe it's an in-law, it could be an ex spouse, it could be even your parents. Sometimes parents don't want their kids to leave because maybe they might be disabled. And even though I have compassion for disabled people, it is still not fair to you for them to do this behind your back with not your consent. You're basically having to slave away, or you're basically having to devote time and energy to something that you didn't even have a chance to agree to. Okay, because somebody is relying on you for income or whatever. That is slavery. That is human trafficking, and a lot of you guys are victims of it. So it's time to wake up. Think about what you want to do. How you're going to solve this problem. You know what I mean? I chose not to go to the workplace. And that job ad that got posted in my inbox, I don't know if it's fake. I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke, because I would tell you this people, and I'm going to tell you, Mr. Pyramid Boy, son of the Pyramid Boy, or whatever your name is. I know your name. I'm just trying to be at least fair and keep your name somewhat covered. I don't appreciate your sense of humor. I don't think it's funny at all. Okay, what it is a form of terrorism, and I take offense to it. Period. And rightfully so. I mean, I'm just somebody who wants to, move on with their life as I should. You know what I mean, without any sort of like dumb jokes or things that make me feel like my life is being threatened, because that's all you fucking ever do. Okay. Anyway, what else did I want to say? And I don't, I'm not the kind of person who likes to show disrespect. I show respect to people who I believe deserve it. There's certain words that I have eliminated from my vocabulary. When I was younger, I was always told to refer to people as sir and ma'am. And, you know, I did that all my life. And then I realized not everybody deserves that sort of respect. And then I started like thinking about people that I went to work for and people that treated me like shit. I stopped calling them sir. Stopped calling them ma'am. You know what I mean? I stopped showing that sort of respect. I stopped giving respect when it gets to a certain point where it's undeniable. You don't deserve any. And then it's just like, why am I going to overburden myself and make accommodations and show these people that I'm trying to be, you know, polite and be, you know, being accommodating to a conversation, to participation in work issues or whatever. It's like, no, you know, if people don't deserve your respect, don't give it out. You know what I mean? Just don't give it out. You know. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I just wanted to say that, make sure that I'm really clear. Um, there is no other options for me when it comes to work. Okay, which I'm sure you very much know this. I do believe that I have proven myself, and I don't really feel. I feel it's like it's offensive that people feel like I need to prove myself to them, especially since you know I look at you guys as people who violated me. You know what I mean? It's like you don't really know how offensive you really are. You are extremely offensive to me. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up this video. And yeah, you know, I am the kind of person, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to speak my mind. When you think about the kind of hell that we live in, I'd rather speak my mind than suffer. You know, either way, you're going to suffer, okay? But I'm going to speak my mind and tell people what really how I feel. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, ignore the fact that certain things go on and people suffer for it for long, long periods of time. So when I see things like, you know, forms of disrespect, whether that be a stupid job that gets put in my inbox or, you know, some idiot thinking that I'm supposed to bend, bow down and accommodate, you know, the whims of somebody, some relationship. Like, for example, these two people are arguing about maybe she might have had admiration for me and he didn't like the fact that maybe I wore wigs, or he didn't like the fact that I wore makeup, or he didn't like the word. That's not my fucking problem. I don't even know you guys. I don't know, literally never met you guys, I'm in America. I'm not British. I mean, like, why do you expect me to sit here and like, I'm not meant to cower down to you, regardless of what your fucking title is. Okay? So, anyway, sorry, but that's just the way it is. Like, the arrogance of some people thinking, okay, yeah, you're from a particular bloodline, okay, but nobody ever, I don't recall Jesus beating people over the head to get any sort of respect. You either did or you didn't. So, you know, think about your little, I don't know, problems with control, or you got control problems, what you got. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up this video, and I'm just going to kind of go back to what I was doing. You know, Maria's going to speak her mind. Maria's going to get it out. She's going to get off her chest. She's going to read. In the meantime, I have unsubscribed to, what is that place? Indeed.com. I don't want to get any other job ads. Like, it's not that, it's not. Nobody can say that it's not that Maria did not put in the effort. Maria was long taxed out before the last job that she worked at, and the bullshit was happening there. Okay, Maria has put in her time doing the best she can, going to jobs, dealing with the bullshit over and over again, dealing with one trauma after another over and over and over again. And you know what? I don't want to go back. Period. So I'm just basically letting you know, like I said, I gave you a deadline of the 23rd to fix the crap. Okay, I have not checked anything yet. Um, I will not right now, but you know, it's like I would expect this to be cleared up. And if you're not cleaning it up, then I'm going to take it as some sort of threat to me. You know what I mean? Because that's all I can see it at this point. So anyway, you know, I did suggest blocking the audience because I understand there's people in my soul tribe that don't want to be seen. Block the audience and then change one, you know, the name to, if it's an email, change it to member number 1, number whatever 2. I deserve that form of accommodation. God knows I deserve millions of dollars in lawsuit money, okay, from being a target of your program. Okay, the least you can do is do your part. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. You have caused all kinds of havoc. You have wrecked so much out of a person's life. And I don't see how in the world you could even sit here for 1 minute and think that it's okay. It's not okay. You know, as somebody who represents something, you know, you want to make sure that you're always thought well of in the public eye. Okay? This is not, and I'm not, you know what? I will say this about you though. And I understand your concern that this is going to hurt your image. You know what? There was a lot of dirty minded people who were sitting here backing you, doing what they want to because they just had that evil tinge in them just as much as you did. Okay? So I hope that gives you a little bit of comfort. That can make you sleep a little bit better at night. Okay? But you're not the only one with dirt or egg on your face. Okay? So hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better. I'm going to wrap up this video. For the people who support me, take care. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.